Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Olshi, and in case you're new here, I am a part-time mangaka and currently I'm working on a short story. And today I'm going to try and, I guess saying finish the storyboard for the short story would be a little bit much to expect because I have been really slow with the storyboard. And after my last storyboarding session, I realized that the story won't be 60 pages, but rather probably 70. So I'm still missing about like 21 pages, I think, maybe 22. And I can't imagine finishing 22 pages today, even though I only have one major scene left. And I think I have visualized it quite clearly in my head so far, but I don't know, we will just see how it goes. So to just give you an update how far I have come with this story in general, let me quickly check what my progress is. Okay, so I have 47 pages of storyboard out of 70. I have sketched 38 pages, which is quite good, and I have inked up to page 25, and I have 15 pages completely finished. So it's not too bad, but still the progress has been kind of slow. But for a week I don't have to work. I'm on paid leave, which means I finally have an opportunity to finish some more pages, and I really look forward to it, to just work at my own pace, not having to commute to work, things like that. So let's just see how it goes. Whenever I have to storyboard, I am always quite nervous because it's hard work and I don't know whether my brain will come up with the solutions, but it usually does, so it should be okay. So I should just stop procrastinating and just get to it. But first I need to close the blinds. It's crazy, just like 20 minutes ago we had a massive storm and now the sun is shining. This is how it has been in the last few days, and you just never know what to expect. But either way, to see properly the sun will have to be shut out from here. The challenges I face when doing storyboards is that the story kind of plays a bit like a movie in my head, which, a movie just has a lot more frames than a manga, so sometimes I want to use quite a lot of panels to show a movement or a change of an expression, but in manga you just have to be more, I don't know, concise is maybe the word, because otherwise it will be, first of all, it will be boring, second of all, it will take too much time on the pages, so you kind of have to pick the most important panels and see what you can cut. I'm kind of struggling with this a little bit because the images in my head are a little bit too clear, and that can be a problem sometimes as well. Just trying to figure out how to solve this puzzle. Yeah, I'll get there eventually. Just kind of have to be more sparse with all the panels, otherwise I will never be finished with this short story. So I did 10 pages for today, and I think I'm still gonna go for a bit, but in between every double page, basically I make a tiny little break where I disassemble a kind of Lego set that I did this morning, just to refresh my brain, do something different, and then I'll get right back to it. I'm not sure I will finish the whole thing, but actually it's not impossible, I think. It has been going pretty smoothly for the last few pages, and I'm pretty happy also with the results. Yeah, maybe today will be the day, but let's see how it goes. It's close to 9 p.m. and I finished page 65, so I think I should be done today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Still not sure whether it will be 70 pages, but maybe 72. I don't think it will be much more than that. So last spurt. That sounds wrong. Final sprint, probably, is what I wanted to say. Endspurt is the German word. Okay, it's 10 past 10 p.m. and I'm officially done with the storyboards for this manga. This was a really productive day. I didn't think I would manage to do that many pages. It turned out to be 72 altogether for the whole story, but I think all of those pages are just necessary to bring everything across that I want to bring across, and it just takes off a massive weight off my shoulders to have the storyboards done. If you have watched my videos, then you know how difficult it is for me to do storyboards, but it's generally a step in manga creation that is pretty difficult for a lot of artists. So yeah, now I can concentrate on the actual story and draw the actual pages, which, I mean, I have done a lot already, but it's nice to know that how many pages there will actually be, and just concentrate on all the visuals. Yeah, and I really can't wait for people to read the story. It's really close to my heart, and seriously, until people read the story, I cannot know whether I was successful in communicating what I wanted to communicate. So yeah, until then I have to be patient and just try my best to draw the pages as well as I can. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the process, and I also am so happy to know that I still have a whole week to work on the manga pages. Of course, there are some other things I need to do. I want to do some things around my flat. I need to fix some things, so I need to go to the hardware store as well. And other than that, it's really just creativity and my hobbies, I guess. Such a luxury. I'm gonna go to bed now, and hopefully I can fall asleep soon, so that I can get to go back to a normal schedule, because recently I have been waking up way too late, which is not good, because once I go back to work it will be a struggle. Hello everyone, it's Wednesday, 2nd of July. Recently I have been quite busy. There's work, I had a friend visit, and I don't know, just lots of great stuff, but also I barely had any time to work on my manga. Maybe like 1 hour here and there. So I always get a little bit manga hungry when I don't get to draw. Finally today I do have the time to work on Coffee and Death again. I do have one appointment, so I do have to leave the house in between, but it's just one appointment. I'm gonna go back home straight after and continue drawing. It's gonna be a really hot day today, so I'm just going to stay inside. I prepared some cold drinks. I'm gonna have some refreshing summery food and just gonna have an amazing day despite the heat. I do have my magnesium drink here just to make sure I also stay on top of my minerals during the hot days, and yeah, I just look forward to this. Good morning everyone, it's a Sunday, 3rd of August, and it's a pretty rainy day today, so the perfect day to spend inside, just draw a little bit. So I do have a D&D session a little bit later in the day, well, in an hour, with my friends online. So until then I have 1 hour to draw, and I already printed out some pages to ink, so I'm ready to go for that. Just to give you a small update, since I've finished the storyboards and I know that the story is going to be 72 pages, I fell into a bit of a slump, I think. Suddenly, after finishing the storyboards, I started doubting the story. I'm kind of not sure, can I bring across the point that I wanted to? Somehow, all of a sudden, the story felt really shallow to me, even though like in the beginning I was so behind it, like when I just drew basically the first half of it. And yeah, because of that I started procrastinating, because of all the doubt. I felt like I was a bit in a delirium. I just, in my free time, I played games. Well, my friend came to visit, so we spent some time then, and that was when I actually came back to drawing a little bit more. So again, the progress has been slow. I mean, progress has been pretty slow on this manga anyways, and I think this is something that I'm still kind of trying to find peace with, because, you know, taking care of your mental health, it takes so much longer than I anticipated, and every time I think I'm back to being productive or whatever, it's just not the case. Because there is no baseline for me that I want to get back to. There is a new place I need to get to mentally, basically mental health wise, which I'm working on. But because this is something that I don't know what it's gonna be like and how to get there, it just all takes a while. And yeah, I have to teach myself to be patient, like again and again and again. And I always feel bad because there are people supporting me, and I feel like I'm barely putting anything out there art-wise. That's just what my thoughts have been recently. But yeah, today I feel actually pretty motivated. I mean, the only thing I can do right now with the story is just to keep working on it and to finish it, and then I will know whether I was successful with my story or not, whether I was able to create the kind of story that I wanted to, only after people have read it, because so far the only person who knows the story is me. No one else has read it yet. I talked to some people like about some of the details, but no one has read the story, like no one has read the storyboards. So, of course, it's impossible to know for me how other people will see the story, because no one has seen it yet. And this is something that happened to me as well when I finished Bad Dog and Good Boy, and there was like, I think like half a year almost until it was actually published and out and people could read it. I felt like, oh, I failed with this manga already, even though no one has read it, and that this is just a tendency I have, just feeling like, oh, I fail anyways, even though I don't know that yet. And yeah, I try not to get into this mind space, but I'm pretty optimistic that things will be fine eventually. They just take time. To be honest, I'm also kind of amazed, like the kind of pages that I can draw, even though I was like really dreading them. There are quite a few super challenging pages, like motive wise, in this manga. Really not easy to draw, but I kind of managed to do them the way that I imagine, and I think that's incredible and something I can be proud of. Anyways, I should stop rambling. Let's get the pens out, let's ink a little bit, and let's have a beautiful Sunday. Oh, and right, just to give a small update where I am page-wise at the moment. The storyboard is done. 72 pages out of 72. Sketches are finished 46 pages out of 72. Inks, I finished 41 pages out of 72. And completely finished pages, yeah, and I completely finished 36 pages out of 72. So I'm past like the halfway point by now, which is pretty nice. I don't know, it just feels like the hardest part is done. From now on, like, it gets just closer and closer to the goal. And honestly, if I get to draw regularly, it's not such a long journey. So yeah, this is how far I am at the moment, just to give an update. And yeah, I'm not making any promises on when I'm gonna be finished with these, because as I know, as we all know by now, life is kind of unpredictable at the moment for me. So I'll just go at a pace that is possible.